Mwah. When we first got married, we were 21. And every time we had something that had to be put together, I'm like, forget the instructions. I'm just going to put this thing together and figure it out as we go. And that's the same thing we both used to do. But we're going to show you something that we're putting together and explain to you why we no longer practice that mindset.
Really take a close look. While they may look alike, guess what? They're not alike.
Wow.
So you're going to have to apply it, that same principle, to your relationship to say, you know what? While Renee had an opportunity to take a position that she just shared a little while ago, while it looked like it was the right thing to do and the right choice and the right decision to make, well, she decided, no, I'm not going to take that. Well, opportunities happen and things happen to where if she had took that decision and it looked right,
Right.
but guess what? It was just a little out of place and out of timing in our life where we at right now. So she made the right choice to put it in its right spot in her life. So when she put it together and fitted it to her life, guess what? It was symmetrical.
Yeah, and what I said was, so many times we say yes to a no, and then when the yes comes, we have to say no. We like to watch dating shows, and you see there was a couple that he wanted to really ask her to marry him, but she already had some other things that made him have to say no. So sometimes we can say yes to a no, and then when the yes come, we can't say yes to the yes. So before you make a decision, add up the costs. Think about it. Think about, we said it before, in light of your present future, in light of your present situation, your future hopes and dreams, and your past experiences. What is the wise choice? So what may look like, oh yeah, it's a good decision, but is it really when you add up the costs? And real good decisions should not be made hastily, and they should not be made quick, and they should not be made without you thinking about all of those things.
So I'm going to finish putting this together, but this is the base of what it looks like.
Yay!
In right form, in right context, and in this 26 minutes that we've been sitting here talking, everything looks the way it's supposed to look.
Yes, and it's sturdy. And it is a tomato trellis. So I've grown tomatoes before, and I know that if you don't have something for them to grow onto, they will lean to the side, and they will be all over the garden. And so this is a way to help the tomatoes grow up nice. Hey, it's Renee. And so you saw Gil putting this together is for my tomatoes. Before you do anything with gardening, please put on some gloves. You should have gardening gloves, and I don't have any right this second, so I'm using some plastic gloves because last week I was working in the garden and I didn't have any gloves on, and there were fire ants in the dirt. So they ate my hands up. So always make sure you put on some gloves. So we talked about follow the instructions. Make sure you have all the right time, the right training, and the right tools. So we are going to put this together. The first thing you want to do when you're creating a garden, raised garden or any other type, you want to make sure you put some rocks at the bottom, nice and loud. Some rocks because the rocks provide drainage. And it keeps everything, because most plants don't like to sit in wet roots. So we're going to put the rocks in there. I have that organic soil. That's important when you're making things that you're going to be eating. I'm going to put the dirt in there. I'm going to put the dirt. We're going to need more dirt. Let's see if I can pick it up. Well, no, we're going to do it this way. I have a little pot in here so that I can get the soil. So I'm going to get the soil and get it in there. And it's important to use soil like for us, we don't eat animal products. So this soil does not have any animal products in it. That may not be important to you, but it is important to us. And I realized that you can create your own fertilizer, and I'm going to show you that too. And so we got the dirt. Put some more dirt in there. That should be enough. We're going to need some more dirt. But you're going to put the dirt in there to kind of fill it to the top. And then you're going to add, I bought these tomatoes from the grocery store. And we're going to put the tomatoes in there. And then I made my own fertilizer. And this is just basically when you eat a banana, take the peels and put them in a jar. This is a jar that we get. It's one of our favorite waters. It's not a plug. They don't pay us. But I love their water. And so I keep these bottles and I have bananas in here. So this is a potassium fertilizer. So it's a natural fertilizer. So I'm going to show you the little tomato. He's going to go in there, and then he's going to grow up this trellis. So you get to see it at the beginning. So you guys are all a part of this little tomato plant journey. And so if you're thinking about starting a garden, make sure you have the right tools, the right time, and the right training, which is just like looking at videos, reading instructions, following instructions. So this is what it looks like, and I'm going to show you what it looks like later on as it grows. Love you, bye.
I see the parts and I see how it's supposed to look and I see how it's supposed to go together. I think I got it. But guess what? I'm not going to throw the instructions away because I think I got it.
Right.
I'm going to still keep them around and consult them as I still move through the assembling of this thing. So as you still are assembling your relationship, are you still putting it together? Keep going back to the instructions to make sure you're putting the right pole in the right spot in your structure.
And the right order at the right time, considering everything.
Because when you do that, guess what? It's going to be real solid.
Yep.
That means your relationship is going to be really solid.
Yep, and that's what we want to help you do, have healthy, rich relationships.
So
remember, we're going to not go live next Saturday because we're going to be hanging out with our friends. But the podcast episode that we did with them today, we will actually put it up
next week.
Oh, yeah, next week on every podcasting.
So you'll be watching them instead of us.
Yeah, so every podcasting episode will be on every podcasting platform. Plus, our videos will be here on YouTube. So we love you guys. Thank you so much for spending time with us. Thank you for spending time with us. I love you guys. You guys are like the best ever. And so please share this video, comment, leave feedback. Let us know you love it, you hate it. And we just want to be a part of your community. We want to help you to have practical ways to have healthy, rich relationships.
Check out the box, y'all.
Yep.
Love you guys.
Talk to you guys later. See you guys 2 weeks from now.